कृपया ध्यान दीजिए. The language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen, yaar, don't be so conservative. Mayday. I just took a flight, sir. Thought I'd become like a pilot. This show's live from Kolkata, brought to you by Taj Bengal. Of course, they don't know about it, so we're just saying that. And of course, they'll take the name off the platform as soon as possible. I'm in this lovely, huge room, 6 by 6 feet, like Mike Tyson's cell. And I have a bed partner in the background. I don't know. That beautiful woman who didn't shave and decided to stay in the room. I'm just kidding. That's Kaustubh, the tech in charge. We are here for other reasons. But let's talk about this show. But first, I have realized something that we haven't discussed for a long time. The truth has been done to death. We tried it. We told our kids, tell the truth. Truth will set you free. Truth this, truth that. It's done. Why don't we try? I was thinking the opposite now and try every day you tell a good lie. One good lie, conscious lie. Unconscious lies you tell. One conscious lie that you keep with yourself as a sort of therapy thing and see how that goes out into the universe and makes people feel. So I'm going to start before I introduce the panel. My lie for the day is I really love doing this podcast. Okay, which may be the lie also because I actually may be lying because I actually like doing the podcast. So that could be the lie. I'm not 100% sure which it is, but somewhere there's a lie there. In the meantime, let's open the doors to the white talents of Aakash and Navin. Also silvery.
Yes.
But very much silvery. Our young and restless.
It's okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
You're too late, Cyrus.
That was my lie. That was my lie. Trying to put down to you because I really like you. You see, that's a lie.
Yeah.
Isn't that in many cultures you put down people only who you like? It's true. It's fair.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. That's how my
I
friendship
always-
works. Most people. Yeah.
In sociology, it is called a joking friendship.
There you go.
That a thing?
Aakash
Yeah,
is
it's okay.
education.
It's not a very creative.
They taught us in law. It's anthropologists. I don't
Joking
expect
friendship.
One second. So you're
sorry,
saying the term,
sociologists.
after studying together, academics came together and came up with the term joking friendship.
Because one of
Joking, yeah.
joking friendship.
Joking
Oh my
friendship
God,
is what you're doing in the hotel right now,
that's-
Cyrus.
yeah.
They didn't let me in. They
To
didn't let me
attend the
in.
bed sheet.
Joking friendship. That's when you get too friendly.
Yeah.
But when
That's
do you
after
cross the
the-
line? Like Aakash, me and Kunal, I very often make him really angry.
Okay.
You know, like on a weekly basis. He's left the
Yeah.
studio, he's left my house, and then I get fired by everyone. So, but it's a joking friendship. But I cross the line, and then how do you
And
know
you
when
can't even do without each other. That's
Yeah.
I completely
No, I
get
can
it.
do.
Like,
I can do. That's half the reason I think.
no,
he gets even more
nonsense.
upset.
Nonsense. You will
Oh, but now we have
so-
Zomato. We have Zomato. We don't need Kunal.
Zomato.
That's-
You know how they say.
Yeah, but Zomato needs Kunal, no?
Nice,
So
nice.
that's the thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I think you if your friends are like your really good friends, I think that language goes.
Yeah.
Like even my partner and I, we're best friends before we're
Yeah.
partners. And people who come to my house, they're like, why do you all talk to each other like that?
Please don't make it into a sex story. I'm getting fired off.
How is
I'm
it
sex
getting
story.
scared. The moment you say my partner, then a
Why you
bed,
get
then a
scared when
shit,
there's
then a
sex story,
bridge,
Cyrus?
and
How
then
is
something
that
breaks.
scaring
I
you?
don't know, maybe you guys are
First
into
thing is-
insulting each other in
Eight
bed
You're
also.
the reverse Mahendra Vacha, where you're like
One second,
scared of
this is
sex
not some
stories.
anti-gay bashing nonsense. Sir. I'm just saying that you and
No,
your sex
it's
stories.
just
anti-sex
when they go
stories.
to
No,
me.
I think it's your first assumption when someone says partner is ये लोग sex कर रहे रहेंगे. ऐसा थोड़ी होता है ना. Partner लोग कितना बात करता है, धोबी का पैसा दिया कि
हाँ.
नहीं, and all of that
So,
jazz. Whatever
look at
other
the
things
different
you do.
perspectives. Lovely. For
Yeah.
us, we're sex-depraved monkeys. All we think about is partner and sex. And for Aakash, is all the problems of life. And just
Yeah.
budget नहीं है.
No, because Aakash and I are getting some, that's why.
Yeah, जो नहीं मिलता है
Ah,
वही
Silvery, I can take that on the chin. I'm an old man, but you stand up for yourself, yaar.
Yeah, man.
You have your
I mean,
seven
life is
cars,
sad.
two
You know what
friends,
else you
two
take on your
wives,
chin,
two-
Cyrus?
I told you don't open that door, and now we are stuck. Anyway,
The
coming back to
floodgates are
joking,
open, not even
Yeah.
a door right now. Okay.
just quickly we'll finish it and then we can move on to the next topic, which is so when do we
Bruce
know we
Wayne
cross the line?
Sears खड़े हो गए. Like the
Yeah.
Batman.
Cyrus knows the audience. Yeah. Cyrus knows the
Acha,
audience.
can I tell you the Dubai story, Cyrus?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
have,
okay,
I have a
forget my
story
story.
to tell you about Dubai.
Yeah.
So,
But one second,
I've-
disclaimer. Your story is supposed to be
Yeah.
authentic, but it's your story, huh?
but it's
Yeah.
it's like my experience as somebody who went to
Correct.
watch a show, right? I
Correct.
paid money for this show. Okay, I
Yeah.
rarely pay money for shows. I had to pay money for the
I
show.
wish we
so
could
I
say that
really
for
looked-
this podcast here.
Vartalap
we did a
2.0
test
right
3 or
now.
4 times. They all laughed. The best joke ever. Pay money. Go on, sir.
Anyway, so basically what happened is they have that convention
Oh,
going
you were
on.
just in Dubai first. you
Yeah,
just
so
said
I was there for a show,
that. Yeah.
and there was a convention going
For
on.
your show.
And yeah, there was like a show, like a corporate type show was there. So
you
then
earned money. Don't duck that.
I'm,
Yeah,
He went to Dubai and made
you
money. He
lose
didn't
some,
go
you
to
win
Dubai and
some.
spend
yeah,
money.
dude. I mean, you make money in Dubai, and I had to buy a phone. I bought a phone, and then I was like, now I don't know how to buy. So I bought a ticket to the show.
This is
you
the
know,
conversation you have with yourself.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I
And
bought a
then-
phone now. I don't know what to buy.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I have some money left, but I have nothing to do with it.
What
So
you
I-
earn in Dubai
Whereas
stays in
can I
Dubai.
say-
Essentially. In
So,
one way.
I
so
think
then
I'm
I
talking
went.
to the Tatas or something for a minute. Yeah.
You are.
Yeah. Tata. Anyway, so I go for the thing, and it's beautiful. Everything is beautiful. You know how Dubai is, right? Everything is beautiful. It's always made nice and
Luxury.
and luxury. Yeah.
Ebullient.
I go into the convention center. Wow! Like wow, everything is wow.
This is the expo, right?
Yeah, and by
Coming
this point,
from
yeah.
Sakinaka, where we work normally, yes.
Yeah, and no, but I feel like on some level also, like I had family in Dubai, so I used to go to Dubai as a kid also, and I've seen that place grow. And now I feel like wow, okay, wow, everything is wow only. Why wow? Too much wow.
Yeah.
So I go into the thing, beautifully done, very tasteful, love it. Get inside, it's show. 3 people are performing. Half of the band strings, Faisal. James, if you remember James,
Faisal Kapadia, Gujarati
James.
Manas
Yeah.
Dikra, speaks
Oh, yeah?
perfect Guju. Ah,
I don't know. And last is Palash. Matlab Euphoria, the band, the whole band. Okay. First, and this is what's
Weren't there
bizarre.
like 7 of them?
Huh?
Weren't there like
That's
more
it's a
of-
big, huge.
Yeah, yeah.
But like he's the
somehow,
only original.
somehow he's
Euphoria
setting
was
up
there.
somebody, it sounds like a historical perspective, but I just feel it's setting up somebody really badly. I don't want to be part of it. Go on.
No. So the show starts. Now here's the bizarre part, right? Because there are people from Bangladesh, people from Pakistan, people from India in Dubai. So when Faisal is performing, everybody in the audience is Pakistani.
Huh.
Okay, and as soon as he's done, everyone leaves, and they are replaced by people from Bangladesh because now
Nice.
James is performing,
Hmm.
Wow.
and then they all leave. So एक तो ये जो अमन की आशा तो फील हुआ ही नहीं क्योंकि सब लोग अपने अपने देख के निकल गए ऑलमोस्ट एज इफ नहीं ये देश का म्यूजिक हमको पसंद नहीं है. It was a very
ये
bizarre
2
experience.
किलोमीटर
But what was the order? Was it Pakistan first, then Bangladesh?
Yeah,
then
it was
India?
Pakistan, Bangladesh, India in order of national क्या बोलते हैं Independence Day ना ऐसा 15th August ऐसा. So we did the whole thing, and it was not the best show in the sense that you couldn't get up. You had to be seated throughout the experience, and you couldn't clap like this either.
Fuck, you can't be
Why?
But
euphoric
then,
also.
did did they make you leave after?
Yeah,
this performance?
if I saw people getting up and all, and they were escorted out by the security basically.
Oh.
So I
For
guess it was
clapping?
just not
I think they were cheering for Bangladesh and they were like, get
no
out.
for getting up because you're blocking पीछे के लोग का view.
Yeah.
But they're
Now
poor
at the
people.
end-
No,
Yeah,
but like
poor
one
people
cheaper
can
seats,
suffer.
no?
Yeah.
Because the fan is straight through, it's
The
also
rule
stand,
is you
can't
pay
stand.
more, you do what you want. You pay less, you suffer.
Yeah, but they might not have known. We were all in the cheap seats. So then finally, the Euphoria came on, and I have to say, like it was it was building up to it, and I was like, must rega mast, and it was such a disappointment. Like where every song's arrangement was quite shit. Every song unnecessarily had to end with a giant,
You didn't hear the Desi band?
with
The Desi band effect?
it was just unnecessarily loud, unnecessary, and he was just condescending, and he was dropping shit on other musicians for no reason. He was just like, and he shit on AP Dillon and all, dude. For what? Why?
Oh,
Like for what joy?
What did you
And
say?
just कि ये पंजाबी में 2 लाइन गा के आ जाते लड़के types was the summation of it.
Okay.
Oh, line.
Then
I thought it
that could apply to Honey Singh also.
yeah, and
How do you know Zefi Dillon?
What is just one line? That's an improvement then 2
It's one
lines.
word
Yeah.
actually.
no, but I'll tell you what
One word,
happened.
right? Exactly.
Yeah.
The night
Kunak.
before, AP Dillon
That's
had
a
been
great-
scheduled
great-
last
oh,
minute
great
and
segue, yeah.
sold out the expo.
Oh goddamn.
That's
okay.
why.
Oh.
So
Okay, I don't
at the
understand.
end-
What happened to the Desi crowd, boss? You said Pakistani के लिए पाकिस्तान लोग, Bangladesh के Bangladesh.
हाँ अभी सब इंडियन
Hindustani
ही
के
लोग हैं.
लोग, where the
So
Hindustani?
तीनों देखा. You saw all three.
मैं सब देखा ना.
So, but you're allowed to be there. They're not
Of course
making
you're
you move.
allowed to be
They're
there.
not
Why
making you
would
move.
they say
People
no?
just, I don't know, but why? If they're good
They were
artists,
just killing
why
his
would you
gag,
leave?
yaar. It was like
I'm
a
just saying.
gag.
Okay.
You know, you
Okay.
don't understand. Well, when
don't
the
understand.
actors
Yeah.
performing,
You will still
uh,
watch the podcast
Navin
afterwards to
getting
understand what
shit
happened.
punched,
Yeah.
It's like
So
an
now
8-year-old in the middle
finally-
of a physics class now.
At the end of all of this, Palash is like, we have a surprise for you. And the surprise is that Faisal and James are coming back on stage to sing a couple of songs. So Faisal comes, sings a couple, like one song with him. Then James comes, does a couple of lines, and then is magic. Where the song ends, next song is starting, there is banter, and James walks the fuck off stage like a boss, does not look back, does not answer. Palash is going, James, oh James bhai, oh James bhai. Faisal is saying, James bhai, James bhai.
So why did he
No
walk off?
fucks give? I don't know, but he did
There was
not
a
want
fight?
to partake. I don't
Because
care.
the fans
Sound,
of Bangladeshi
oh.
music had left.
I
no?
really don't care, but I was so proud of him.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, you did not like this situation. You walked the fuck out. You didn't do this nakli hum sab
It was a
dost hai business.
protest by a
Yeah.
performing artist, which only
Yeah.
the other two artists would understand.
No, nobody knows
He
about.
reminds me
It's
of
not
that
like Black
Royal
Lives
movie.
Matter, or
James and the Giant
gender
Bitch.
equality. That's what the issue is.
But
James,
what do you think
your
the sound
bass
issue?
guitar was
Like,
too
was he not
loud.
happy with the sound? or
No,
something?
no idea what the issue was, but just the act of just
He
That's
sang my
funny,
line.
yeah.
Okay,
वो
ना,
table
250
table को
foot
कम कर नहीं
Yeah.
कम okay bye.
but it's 250 foot like width ka stage, dude.
Oh,
So
so
him
he's like the
walking
long walk.
is a
They're
25 foot
calling
walk,
his name
dude.
out.
Yeah.
But did the audience
Faisal,
come back? Did the
Faisal,
Banglas and the Paki guys come back for the triple?
No, they left, no.
No, so
encore?
I mean, I think I have some inkling as to why he might not wanted to have stay on stage, because the next song was the song, very popular song, "Fir Bhi Dil Hai Hindustani." Right now, what was happening was, because it was Palash and it was Faisal. Palash would once sing "Fir Bhi Dil Hai Hindustani," and then Faisal would say "Fir Bhi Dil Hai Pakistani," and then
Oh, it
like
doesn't
the
rhyme
audience.
with Bangladeshi.
With Bangladeshi,
It,
yeah.
so I maybe that's why, I don't know.
Yeah. yeah.
Because you can't just be like, Dil hai Hindustani, fir bhi dil hai
Yeah.
Pakistani, fir
Fir
bhi
bhi
dil
dil hai
Bangladeshi
Bangladeshi.
hai. You know, then you need like that fourth couplet.
yeah,
Then
you
there's
need a
no,
And it's
Yeah,
also
you
the
need Sri Lankan
Bangladeshi.
person.
So it's one more
Yeah.
syllable. It's Bangala.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
just speak to the Bengali expert in the room. How do you say Bangladeshi? Purnima? Purnima.
Mokan. They call it
Cyrus,
Mokan.
at the rate at which it's going now, one time you're going to shift the camera and he'll be in your bathrobe.
At last, I'm giving the audience some adult entertainment finally on this juvenile
Wow,
show.
all my contributions have been rendered.
Hey,
Yeah,
Navin,
anytime Cyrus
I'm
pans
giving
the
them same
camera.
sex. You stand by me now, bro. No walking on. No, don't do a James on me. This is
So
same
why is he
gender.
naked then?
Yeah,
moving
every time he
segment.
pans the camera, Costa should be removing one layer of clothing.
one
every
layer of
time.
clothing goes off.
Yeah.
There is no sexuality that will allow
I
that.
wish
It's
you had
so
super
bad.
chats in
It's
this.
strip poker,
We don't have
Cyrus. He
to.
strips we
It's
poker.
not. It's strip joker. That's what it is.
Oh, you're saying
So
we would have
now-
had a super chat if we get this much
Yeah,
Costa will
yeah.
take off his
If you
clothes.
had super
Yeah.
chat, you could have charged.
Guys, we missed the
Yeah.
main point which Aakash had told us just off before we started, which is shopping in Dubai. I know you got a topic, but this is like a topic. It's very important that we go
It's
into it.
important.
I think
Yeah.
he and I both understand the importance of Fir Bhi Dil Hai Hindustani, so we need to save money. Now you take the lecture
Yeah,
forward, please.
yeah.
No, so most things are much cheaper, right? Like things like Abhi, I bought this phone, right? So A, the amount you get when you return your old phone is more in Dubai than it is here.
Oh.
Phone दिखा ना एक बार,
Secondly, I got an
for those who
S22.
can watch it.
S22.
S22.
Yeah.
You asshole.
So
Unbelievable.
and basically the earphones in India, if you buy the phone, the earphones are for 2200. There they're free. They don't charge for the earphones.
Oh!
Huh.
Fir Bhi Dil Hai Dubaistani.
But certain,
Emirati would also rhyme actually.
but certain
हाँ.
phones
Emirati,
don't come with the option
yeah.
now.
Huh?
Even then, they give it for free.
Yeah, Samsung का deal होता है अगर तुम नया
See,
phone
this is
लिया
a
ना
first
तो
world
वो
country
earphones सस्ते में
concept,
देता है.
Silvery. See the difference.
No, really,
Straight
man.
away,
Like,
yeah,
we are
ये
suffering,
फिर-
or what are we doing?
Fair perfumes much significantly cheaper. You can always go to
Yeah.
like and it's like that. Okay, in
Huge
Dubai there is
market.
no such thing as MRP, right? So there is no fixed thing of इतना तो खर्चा होने ही वाला है.
Also, we Desis
will-
are the smelliest people, so they do encourage us to buy. That's why.
I
Yeah,
don't think. No, I've been
but-
to Dubai Metro.
Yeah,
Desis are
and
not the
smelliest
smelliest.
people.
They're not the smelliest. And if we 10 points
comedians-
to anybody in the comments who can guess what community I'm talking about, what country I'm talking about. There's no racism over here. It's clear. It's
Yeah.
clear these
Okay,
people
okay.
have this.
I
Hey,
don't,
who?
I didn't know this,
I-
but
I-
I've
It's a loaded question. Navin,
I'm not saying
yeah,
anything.
but
who,
so
who?
It's not Desis. It's not Pakistani.
who?
It's not,
Okay,
I'm not saying it.
Okay,
People
not
have to guess.
subcontinent, then bar.
No, it's-
You
he's
just
engaged
miss out
in the chat.
Bangladeshis
I'm
from the
scared what
study.
you're gonna say.
Bangladesh also.
No,
No, I'm none of our brown skin.
None of
brothers.
brown skin.
no subcontinental. That we want to say. Desis
Yeah.
are for all.
It's South
These
Asia.
are
I mean,
Right.
yeah.
the joke was about French people.
No.
It was, no? Isn't that the thing?
That's a global
Yeah,
on a
that's a-
global
yeah,
level.
yeah,
They don't
yeah,
have a bar. They don't take
maybe
bars.
not on
Yeah.
a Dubai level.
Yeah.
this is
Anyway,
on
so-
Dubai.
Trying not to be
I
offensive.
think we should quit
so
while we're
stay-
ahead because there'll be a racist comment of some kind. The way he's smiling.
No,
cheek to
I
cheek.
mean,
I'm
How
just
much
gonna
is it?
come
Stereotype
back
at
to
least.
I'm gonna
It's
come
not
back
like,
to
yeah.
the financial savings that
Yeah,
Dubai
let's get
offers.
back to that.
And you know what? Like I have a love-hate relationship with that place. Like I hate it conceptually, but I go there and I'm like, काफी सही तो है. You know what I mean? Because now,
Love
so
it.
this MRP thing, right? No maximum retail price. So if you go to Dubai Mall and you look at something, it can be 700 dirhams. You go to Outlets Mall, the same thing is 195 dirhams.
Oh.
Right? So it's that stark. So like कुछ भी अच्छा लगा Alkarama में जाओ वही चीज मिल जाएगा. Originally तो
Yeah.
first copy मिल
They
जाएगा.
also have the Crawford market of
Yeah.
Dubai over there. Yeah. With only
So-
But air
males.
conditioned market. Always.
But you know,
Yeah.
and this is a very common practice. I can tell you, like I know about this very rich business family where the matriarch of the family flew to Sri Lanka to buy crockery and stuff. Like they had a massive building that they had to furnish. And she went to Sri Lanka. She saved almost a crore rupees on all sales because and this is including the flights. Now, if you want to buy some consumer electronics, go to Dubai. Like it's very doable. Like it's very cheap. It's not that. And
Give us the trek, the full trek. If you said 1 lakh rupees per budget, what happens?
1 lakh you kharcho to tumhara, if you go to, so this is my 3 city package for you. You fly into either Sharjah or Abu Dhabi because it's usually cheaper. Okay.
Yeah.
You take a flight there, you take the bus that the airline gives you to Dubai. Okay. You land in somewhere in Dubai. Have breakfast at some restaurant. Okay. Don't go to Dubai Mall. Go to the same restaurant on the street. It might just be cheaper. If you like Pakistani food, they usually have the best breakfast places like in and around Dubai. Go to any mall, Dubai Mall, whatever mall you want to go to, have the experience, see the free का जितना भी देखना है तुम देख सकते हो. Aquarium भी आधा तो फ्री में दिखता ही है. पूरा टनल फ्री में नहीं है पर बाहर से देख सकते हो. जितना फ्री हो. आइस स्केटिंग करने का क्या जरूरत है? जरूरत नहीं है. देख लो बच्चे कर रहे हैं, देखो कितना अच्छा है.
Correct.
Then go to all the nicer shops like mobile and all. You can't get a cheaper deal in a cheaper place, so you just go to the shop. If you want to buy mobile, you buy there. Some electronics you can buy there, and then you look at all the stores and see what all items you like. Right? You liked everything. Now, second half of the day will begin. Have lunch. Not in Dubai Mall. It'll be too expensive. Anywhere but Dubai Mall.
Like a McDonald's also you can go for.
Yeah, anything, man. They have
basic kharch again. In 100 dirhams you eat lunch, in 100 dirhams you eat breakfast. Am I right?
I would say you can have breakfast for 25 to 45 dirhams and you can have lunch for 25 to 45 dirhams.
So 100 dirhams for both meals together.
Yeah, 100 for both.
Done. Chalo,
okay. Then you go to the I usually have a friend who will drive me around. It's a little cheaper if you drive around, but otherwise metro is also
for which you have to do favors that I don't like doing.
No, I don't have to do. Yeah, there are comics everywhere. So then you just go to outlet mall. Outlet mall ka metro ka problem hai. Baki every other place in Dubai is more or less accessible by metro. Go shop whatever, buy whatever you want. Now evening ka bus take from whichever other city. Abu Dhabi se aaya to Sharjah se jao. Sharjah se aaya to Abu Dhabi se jao. बस ले लो एयरलाइन का, तुम्हें एयरपोर्ट पे ड्रॉप कर देगा, फ्लाइट लेके घर पहुंच जाओ और कस्टम वाले से आंखें मत मिलाओ, खत्म हो गया.
Oh, custom, you didn't get stopped at custom at all?
No, why would I? There's the limit, na.
Why he's just carrying one phone and a couple of other things. It's okay. But the total cost to company, actual maths that we've done here with the ticket pricing, with the 2 possible meals, maybe 3, and with the travel and with the actual buying of whatever you're left to buy.
देखना लाख रुपया कितना दिरहम पड़ता है. That's the equation, ना. 50,000 नहीं 500 दिरहम 5,000 dirham. 5,000 dirham is I think 1 lakh rupees.
The 17 bucks on the dirham approximately.
Yeah, so 1,03,000.
85,000.
Yeah. Now, if I just look at a flight, right? If I just look at a Dubai return flight,
guys, on this podcast live, we are doing this for you. Aakash
is going all the way down. I'm doing the math.
So that today you can book your flight and disappear.
This is Aakash is just doing this to show off how much money he has.
Why? This is इसमें क्या है? तू अरे घंटा बहनचो, तू बचा ना 4 महीना पैसा तो 1 लाख रुपया.
वही तो ना 4
हाँ 1 साल बचा, मैं तो बचा.
Aakash, you're talking to multi-millionaire. This is the person who flew to Sri Lanka.
He has 13 cars, motherfucker. Is telling me not to fucking
42 aircraft. He's got houses everywhere. He owns the country of Belgium. You have no idea how rich this guy is.
Nonsense, motherfucker.
He drives himself. Only really rich people drive themselves. All
because the cars are so nice.
Yeah,
that they have to be self-driven.
It's a racism thing. You cannot touch my car. It's like that.
देखो Air India का तो है ना, Air India का तो Dubai actual proper Dubai flight is only 23,000 return. तो तुमको वो बस लेने का भी जरूरत नहीं है, ठीक है?
So you're saying screw the Abu Dhabi option for 1,000 rupees less.
Yeah, and फिर 50,000 रुपए का तुम शॉपिंग करो. 50,000 में तुम जो भी लोगे
50,000 एक दिन में, which is how much dirhams again weekly?
That's 2,500 dirhams.
2,500 dirhams. It's not bad.
That's a lot of money, dude. You can buy so much shit in that much money. I couldn't spend 2,500 dirhams in this trip.
You can buy the entire edition of this podcast and have money to buy a phone. It's fantastic. What an idea. Guys,
why don't we sponsor our show, man?
Yeah. And it'll be a conflict of interest.
Also get a longer term visa for Dubai. It's cost effective. Good point. The Shobik says he's heard everything on this show. He's like ready to retire now. Because today we gave him a cut way to go to Dubai. This is an actual fact. I think we can bet any money on the fact that what Aakash has told you is a possibility. If you want, in 24 hours, you'll be back with a nice new phone at the cost of under 1 lakh rupees. The entire exchange.
Shovik Bakshi said, Ayushi, ship correspondent, Aakash, Dubai correspondent.
And bed and bridge correspondent, Navin.
Navin, yes.
Yeah.
Headrest correspondent. Is Navin.
हाँ,
नहीं ये वाला अच्छा नहीं है, अगला वाला लो.
That's the
अरे पुअर नवीन
yeah,
can't relate. नहीं नवीन ने भी यही ट्रिप मारा था दुबई में.
हाँ,
हाँ,
what do you
यही
say?
उसने.
that's the trip I booked the bed by the way.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the
really?
trip where he broke the bed. So
President
just
hotel where they drop you from
हाँ.
Abu Dhabi to Dubai, and from there the bed was broken, and then we took
When
an
you broke
entire
the bed,
Burj
were you
Khalifa.
singing "Fir Bhi Dil Hai Hindustani" or what?
I was singing Ave Maria.
Oh my God! Yee.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I was.
What about topics? Big pop.
Yeah,
of
let's
topic.
get the topic.
Yeah,
Story
topics
is very
are-
interesting. Akash's story is very
Joe
interesting.
Rogan
So
ka baap ban gaya. Let's give them a topic. By the way, did you guys see Sadhguru on Joe Rogan? It's quite
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sadhguru was on Joe Rogan.
You know, I
no?
felt like
Yeah.
a lot of Joe Rogan's like
Shri
what he was
Rogan.
saying, like jokes and all, just went over Sadhguru's head, or he didn't respond on it. Did you
No,
guys
I don't think
notice that?
Sadhguru is not into listening too much. I think he does more of the talking.
Hmm.
So I think
Neither
that
is
was
Joe
the
Rogan.
problem.
That's the funniest part.
Yeah.
No, Joe Rogan's very into listening, I think.
No,
Yeah,
Joe
he
Rogan
just
listens,
follows
Navin.
them.
It's a joke.
He's
He
an
just
active-
follow up
he's an
questions
active
always.
listener.
Yeah.
We
I
have to
don't know, I
understand
didn't
when we
see
are
it.
going
I
into jokes
tried.
and when we are being serious.
That was fine.
You know,
Give us
yesterday
a
I was
sign.
having this conversation with someone, and they were telling me about how like they something similar to this only some influencer that they don't like,
Okay.
and the conversation went on for about 25 minutes in what was a business meeting. So I felt like, you know, and then I realized one thing: like, the beauty of the internet is that you don't ever have to encounter things you don't like.
That's very true.
Like you can just like mute anything
Yeah.
you even remotely
On
dislike,
the other
and
hand,
yet.
you're fascinated by what you don't like and you discuss it and you watch it. For some
Yeah,
reason,
that's
that's
what
actually
it's.
the culture.
So it's like this feedback loop of getting this unpleasant feeling and then letting it out by bitching and then getting more of the unpleasant feeling. Like I don't know, man. I just
Akash,
have.
we are living off that. Don't knock it down. This podcast lives off that. We are hoping ki boss, people have understood that's the concept. Save soil, bhul bhul ke, save oil, bhul gaya.
Say oil bhul gaya Sadhguru. Yeah.
Tarun, be careful. It's a very powerful man. But I thought Joe Rogan began very friendly, and then towards the middle, he was a little bit didn't want to be rude, so he was being a little PC.
Definitely trying. He was trying extra hard not to be rude, like, and
Not
not
to be
seem
rude, but
even
body
rude.
language, jawline gets
Felt.
tight. You know, if you see a lot of Joe Rogan, you see his mannerisms and body language change.
Yeah, yeah. He's like he's biting his lip not to
Yeah.
like retort. Or
He's
something,
now
you know,
thinking
like,
of contact sport, and you're
Yeah.
thinking, no, let's not, let's.
But
let's
do you
just-
think it was a paid gig? Like it was a something
Promotional
where they-
thing,
It was
promotional thing?
definitely no. So I don't think Joe Rogan needs like
No,
how much money will they give him?
Sadhguru would have paid Joe Rogan's podcast.
No, I don't
to
think
be
that's what I'm
on.
saying. I don't think
But
I don't
Sadhguru
think
is
Joe
also
Rogan
into MMA,
does
by
that.
the way.
Akash, you're all about the money, bro.
Martial arts stuff.
All about the money, and you may be right.
I'm
The
trying
whole
to.
world
So
wants
Sadhguru
to-
is very
how
savvy
much?
for sure. His
Oh, in
PR team
Gujarati,
is very
they say
savvy. So
kitna.
it's possible.
Sav Guru.
But I don't
But
think
I mean, he
Rogan's
has run-
podcast work like
No,
that.
no,
Yeah, because
guys,
he runs a very financially lucrative.
Business, yeah.
they've
whatever you
discussed.
call it.
They've discussed Sadhguru before with the other guys, and they've had and they sort of were interested, curious about this guy. I think the mystical East is always a curiosity for the Westerner who thinks he's very liberal,
Yeah,
open-minded,
yeah.
etc., etc. Not to give labels to anyone, but so Joe Rogan, you got to give him some credit that he likes to keep an open sort of book. So he
Yeah.
keeps an open book. He lets the guy on, but then I felt he didn't go in the completely happy direction it began at, which is. I think Sadhguru basically lectured him. After some time, he was
Basically,
like a
yeah, dude.
schoolboy.
There were entire like 10-minute chunks, I think, where Sadhguru was the only one talking, and Joe
Yeah.
basically said like one word or two.
I
words.
love it when he was promoting the episode. He was like, "Listen to it exclusively on Spotify." The reason Spotify lost millions of dollars is this podcast, dude. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think also in the back of the mind, they know the Indian viewership is so huge and across the world. So you
Indians
want
will
to be
find the
little
crack
careful.
version only. They won't
Yeah.
like. I have 2-3 crack versions of Spotify on my phone, which I can download and like install anytime I want. No ads, nothing.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah,
his
yeah.
things,
Luckily, Spotify doesn't carry this show, so we're okay, right?
Yeah,
Sudhuri?
not it does actually. Shit.
Not exclusively. Not
We are-
exclusively. I just want to put out to Spotify
Yeah, we're not-
that
we're not
people have
exclusive.
ways. Okay, so don't like.
Yeah. Or make us
Also
exclusive,
Netflix,
man.
by
Give
the
us,
way,
give us
Netflix-
that $100 million deal.
Netflix
That's
will
all.
calm the fuck down
Also, if
because they're now going to charge extra for like extra accounts and family membership and everything. Who made you Netflix? People made you, and we can put
But
you
if
up
you're a
for
famous
Facebook.
rock and roller from the 70s.
No, that has been
Netflix
going on
was-
for years. Every few months,
this
this
was
will
a
come
very
out.
official statement.
Yeah, but think of how smart they were in the first place, man. They said
Onboarding.
the only thing that matters to the shareholders is how much time is spent on the app. That's as important as how much money we're making
yeah,
right
they never
now.
give numbers also.
Yeah, so the amount of time, whether it's 7 people using it or 3 people using it, it just means there's more time spent on the thing, right?
Yeah.
So that's
But
It
if you
was in
if
their
you log
benefit.
on for even
But
5
is it-
seconds, it should be counted. Because you saw something. Why should it not be counted?
yeah,
Yeah, correct.
exactly. So I mean, it's a business thing, man. Obviously, they'll want to make money off of it at some
Silvery
point.
But
was
also,
telling
it's very
me-
possible. So this is just a feature that they're experimenting with.
They
don't
lose,
even know.
They lose people. Essentially, they
They
don't
will.
have many people.
That's exactly
But
it.
it's
They're running
okay.
on a loss.
But they're already like Telegram is already eating into the business. It'll continue eating into the business.
Telegram as in
Sil-
My
the
point is,
sharing
ki-
app.
Huh? Yeah, Telegram, dude. Like, abhi,
for sending
in
content.
my building and all, watchmen and all, they watch everything on
Huh,
Telegram only.
That to like share it and all from like 2018,
Yeah.
19, they have been doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
But
how can you watch stuff on Telegram? I don't
No,
understand.
you share content like massive
Telegram
files.
has no data limit.
Okay, Bruce
So
Wayne
you
is
can be-
explaining everything. Listen to
Oh,
what he
okay.
has to say. Camprint, fake certificates, jailbroken Spotify, anime on illegal websites. Celebrity likes a
Yeah.
lives like a college student. kindly.
Yeah, love it. Camprint, but no, never
But what
Camprint.
about Akash? He
But
gets
yes.
his final details and nuances from the building watchman's digital footprint, which I think is you got to respect that. This guy is universal from Dubai to where in just 2 minutes.
Arey, I talk
topic-
to him, man. Like we have a
yours is you talk to
not
him,
this one.
but for me,
That
they
one.
talk to me. Like for me,
I've seen Akash's watchman's testicles without any will.
What are you?
Okay, we have to
So,
we have to
yeah,
stop and
this is-
ask the question.
It's not. I
Why
mean,
have I
No,
seen?
we have to. Celebrity can't. The people listening. I mean,
okay,
you
we
can't
have
just
to
run
somehow.
away.
Yeah, he's
I'm
No,
not
he
involved.
started
You
something.
guys do this.
he brought it up. Sorry, oops.
Sorry.
We just finished
Sorry,
the topic. What the
just-
fuck are you saying?
No, you
Shall we-
forget the topic. Just go ahead.
No, so basically, Akash's watchman loves locking the building. Like he's obsessed
Yeah.
with closing the gate at 11. Okay, and I usually after the show, if we go to chill at his place,
Yeah,
we are leaving at 1 or 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
And once like Shubho, somebody, I don't know, fuck, too late now.
Once
Shobo.
my fiance was also over.
Yeah, Akash's fiance was over, and we had gone up. Okay, and Akash was not there. And we are like, okay, I'm coming down in 15 minutes because I just had to drop her home. And then I sat down, and then we kept getting baked. Okay, and then we came down at around 12:30. I tell him to like open the gate, and he's just angry because he's put a machardani and everything, and he's gone to sleep. Okay, and he wears those, the boxers, the
Yeah,
loose ass boxers,
Kachas.
kachas, yeah, the one that has one end over there and the other end over there, and you're in the leg in the middle. So I asked him for the keys, okay, and he's supposed to toss the keys to me. In his sleep, he throws the keys somewhere else, dude, like this. Like I'm there and he throws the keys over there, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck have you done? Now you go and get because I
probably
can't.
drunk
Yeah,
then.
no, he was.
No, he doesn't drink.
He's an
No,
old
anger
man.
is worse than
Oh,
drink.
yeah.
Go
Then
on.
he slowly gets up, like one limb at a time, where his hand goes first, the
Oh,
other hand
okay.
goes first.
And then you can
he
see.
arches like this with his ass up backwards, and then the whole view was just right there. And then he crawled like this towards the key
Very
guard.
unnecessary.
And
But
then he
this
screamed
is-
at me.
Maybe
Yeah.
he
He said
did
he
it
wanted
just
to
for you.
He yelled at me, dude, like, "Kya abhi ho gaya aapka 15 minute and all that." I'm like, dude, I saw nothing I wanted to see over here. Okay,
Yeah.
Anyways.
But seriously, the message here is that Navin still goes back to the building. Hello. You know,
Yeah,
Yeah, correct.
After that
we were baking
experience.
pies. Okay, don't ask questions that you don't want to know.
Arey, they make these cup little fucking cakes for me when I come back from tour. It's
Yeah.
very cute.
Who
It
makes?
says,
The
"Hope
watchman?
Dubai was fun."
No, Naveen and my fiance
Oh,
and,
you're
and
doing the
my,
marijuana
and my
pudding
I don't know if
that
they
I
let
made
the
my-
watchman
I
up.
mean,
I'm
really,
not at
everything this
home.
audience is stupid. I mean, with your stupid way of holding back information, just tell the truth.
Yeah,
And
the watchman was showing his own
remember that
cupcakes.
this was- we are not involved in what the guests say. The guests come and talk about sex and attack other celebrities. Akash was torn apart 5 already in the first
Oh,
20
wow.
minutes. So
Okay,
we
just a fun fact. There's a rapper called Cupcake in America, and if you
Okay.
want to like watch something that's random, just go and watch Cupcake edits on YouTube. People have taken all like normal because she's a very outspoken rapper, so she
Right.
says, suck that dick till that comes and all that. So they put all of that in Spider-Man cut trailer and everything, and the
Oh,
boyfriend keeps playing it on loop. So please listen to her
Okay,
and.
oh,
yeah.
when he's in the shop, the cake shop.
No, it's everywhere. Everywhere he listens
But
to
but
it.
do you hear the dirty lyrics?
Yeah.
Damn it, I
She has a
watched
song
Spider-Man
called LGBT also. Check it out.
Okay.
Like a butta.
Naveen always gives what?
Naveen always gives
LGBT, like a
disturbing
butter.
graphic
Yeah.
images. Acha, news item, chalo.
Yeah.
Vanna
So
bolenge
should we just go to a break, Cyrus, and then come back?
Yeah,
after an early
chalo,
break?
It's
chalo.
too early, bro. It's only 10:29. I feel we
It's-
should cross
yeah.
10:30.
Halfway point.
1, 2,
That's the ideal
3,
place.
4, 5,
That's the ideal
6,
Are we
7,
just counting down the seconds to the break time?
It's the most fun
okay.
part of this show. Daniel counting your money to go to Dubai. That's what we taught them so far. Not many watchman's testicles. This is classist, sexist, ageist. I don't
How is
know,
it
bro.
classist?
Of course, it's
I just-
classist.
I-
It's
I
because
said
you're
I-
looking
I
down
saw-
on
I
that
s-
poor watchman.
No,
You
I'm
said
not
he
looking
earns
down.
less
I was
than
looking
me.
straight
I
up.
laughed at
It
him
was-
while I ate my cupcake and all that. You said all these things. Naveen, you can't take it back now.
That's not
Yeah.
classist at all. I would say that about a rich man also.
Okay, we'll save
He's
the show.
staring at the
We'll
watchman
save
and
the
If I saw
show.
Ratan
We'll
Tata's
save the
balls, I would
show.
say the same
We'll
thing.
save. There's Milind Soman. Milind Soman is getting ready for
Bruce
show.
That's Cyrus's watchman. Arey, is it bad?
Hey, you guys want to see some body parts? Hey, Vijay
You see, I watch man.
You can
Okay, I think
cuff
now
my
we've crossed the
cakes
10:30.
anytime, Naveen.
That offer
Good
can't be
news, it's
rescinded.
time for the
okay?
Yeah, let's take a break,
We'll
Cyrus.
take a quick break. The watchman will wear better kachas and we'll come back in a minute. Here it is. The
We'll figure this out.
break.
Hey, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On This Round is on me, Gauri is joined by none other than Vidya Balan, who talks about her debut Bengali film, her love for acting, and her journey as an actor so far. Speaking of Gauri Devidyal, she sits in for Varun on Think Fast with Suchita this week. Gauri, as you know, besides being an avid podcaster, is a restaurant and co-founder of Food Matters. She discusses everything that has happening in the F&B space and how the pandemic has affected their business. Tune in to Say No to Drama as Chetna is here to tell us all about what we need to remember and avoid when we embark on a new journey. Mahek and Harshit from All Things Policy talk about the Indian government promoting traditional medicines like Coronel and Giloy and how we can take a scientific approach to traditional medicine. And on The Longest Constitution, Priya talks about Indian MPs and their salaries, women's labor, tensions over commercial surrogacy, and a whole lot more. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. Also, don't forget to rate us on any platform that you might be listening to us. You can also check us out on YouTube. We have a webpage, ivmpodcast.com/YouTube, where a list of all our channels are. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors this week, SBI Life Insurance, Bank of Baroda, India Water Portal, and Max Life Insurance. Thank you so much for making this possible.
Brothers, nobody spoke about this mic, this fancy mic that we got. Yeah, no.
Yeah, we
funny-
were
Yes,
appreciating it in the break
appreciating
only.
it, yeah,
That
correct.
how nice and
कि तेरा है ही
wholesome.
नहीं
Yeah.
और तू लाया ही नहीं अपने आप
Yeah, this is
Sir,
Kostav has arranged all
Hey,
this.
what about
Yeah.
it's been 6 years. I thought you were to upgrade the technology. Enough of all this nonsense. So I brought together India's finest electrician, Raju Bhai.
It's just
And-
In
like-
return for bed
Raju Bhai,
space.
what do you call this
Every
mic?
time he's
What do
like,
you call
"Hi."
this? A blue Yeti. Are you guys familiar with this?
I hope that's what you call you,
it
sir.
was
Me just Yeti.
The abominable.
Abominable.
Shade.
Abominable.
By the way, when I was younger,
Abominable.
Abominable, yes.
abominable. 50 things you do before you die.
Abominable.
Go to Nepal and see if you can find a Yetai, if it's possible. While we are waiting for the first topic to unveil itself, just to tell you, this is 7 grams BCA from Prime, Palomines company. Please take it after workout. You can take it before as well, but don't take it on a full stomach. You may go to the pot immediately. Never leave home without psychotic pre-workout. It gives you a buzz, 300 grams plus of caffeine, beta-alanine, everything's in place, superb stuff. And of
You
course,
covered
you
with-
can't trust what I keep in this powder box of mine. It's a bit like what you take.
That is
in-
churan.
Yes, this is
Clearly
churan.
churan.
That's cocaine, Cyrus. Itna zyada cocaine, Cyrus. Shit. You're living the life.
That's some dirty cocaine if it's cocaine, dude.
Very dirty.
It's
cocaine.
crack. It's crack.
It's
Yeah,
got
I
the
can't-
crack.
तो ठीक है, तो ठीक है.
Hey guys, listen to dinner from yesterday. I don't know if you are familiar with Cal. This is the
I like
Hangla,
let's
famous.
talk about topics, but
Yeah.
also whatever's on my
Yeah.
table, let me just bring everything. You eat from Kartik's place.
Because my
Through
rule is
Kartik.
nobody comes to the room till I leave, as in to clean it. So
Acha,
you should
okay.
see the room. I used to room with Chidappa a lot in the old days when they made us room together and all. And Chidappa cleans everything. So we are the two opposites, you know. I just come, I drop everything, I'm naked, I'm scratching, I leave everything everywhere, towels, and Chinappa picks up everything. He hovers while you're eating. Bro, you're finished. No, I'm watching a match. He just hovers.
Snatching your
And
plate
then
while you're still eating. Yeah.
I mean, I'd go to the loo, I come back, it's gone. He's put everything out. He hangs things up in a cupboard. He's like the perfect wife, man. And I'm
That's what
like,
I
what
do
the
in the hotel.
Yeah, I would love him, dude. Like
Yeah.
even I'm
You
like that.
love
only.
him.
Even I'm like that in the hotel room.
Are
I'm
you a
very
big freak?
clean.
And
Like
the weird part is,
everything has a
yeah,
place.
Our
and-
partners are the opposite
Oh
of both
my
of us.
God.
Yeah.
So when you
Yeah.
room with the opposite, it's something else, man. I mean,
Yeah,
if you don't know each other, get along, it can be quite
It's
embarrassing.
our life and it's now or
Forever.
never.
I'm
But
gonna
my
go
my
with you.
partner, the abominable blue Yeti out there, is a complete oaf. I mean, he's as filthy as I am. He's got food on
Yeah.
his beard. While
But
he's
why is he
there.
living in your hotel room? Is my first question.
Yeah. It's like
No,
Santa's
you know,
helper.
I have to come out of the closet, bro. I can't.
No, this is
I tried
Costa's room.
chicks.
Cyrus is
Go
crashing.
to a
it.
literal closet, no, please, Cyrus. Go to a literal closet and come out. That will be hilarious.
Aakash, the Gujarati that he is thinking, am I sublet?
Yeah, it's a bathroom space for him.
Make some money on the side.
Okay, I have
sorry,
a
let's
quick
go.
story before we start with the topic. I have a
Yeah,
quick
okay,
story.
quick.
Yeah.
10 years ago, my engineering college, we did a time capsule theme for our annual day. Okay,
Oh, cool.
the fest is called Iris, and I won't
Okay.
take the college's name because they're already embarrassed. But 10 years hence, in 2022, the
Iris,
capsule is
really,
supposed to be bought
sometimes.
out. Yeah, no, the
Wow.
thing is, like, we were like, "Okay, let's do it for 20 years, like, this 20 years we'll remember where we are in life. It
Yeah.
won't be that much, And I remember, like, I written a letter to myself with photos of my friends and everything,
Wow.
and I was in love with my daddy friend back then. So I was
Hmm.
like, you're in love with him and everything. I wrote letters to myself. We all put it in Ziploc bags, and then they had like a sealing thing also, and then it went. Everybody was like, "Wow, whatever, yeah." It came out yesterday
Yeah,
for
wow.
this year's fest,
Nice.
and turns out a bunch of engineering kids did not think about water leakage
Lovely.
issues.
Oh no.
So the entire time capsule was filled with water and
Wow.
came out ruined. Much like our engineering degrees, it's garbage now. Okay, and my friend sent me the photo. It's just like like disgusting
Mush,
bags.
yeah.
Like how you fish water.
Yeah.
It's like ugh. And they're like, we're still trying to find something that can be salvaged.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
put on
exactly.
display and everything.
And these guys are building ships and stuff right now. Some of
Yeah,
them.
that's a country's
Yeah.
brightest minds out there.
So nothing was intact at all.
There are a few things intact, but I'll show you the photo of how the things.
Do you
came
have
out.
your stuff?
My
Yeah.
stuff is also gone. I don't know what's
Oh.
conserved anymore. But this is how it looks now. This is like a bag
Oh,
of
it's just
disgusting
filth.
garbage.
Yeah.
All
You
are-
put it in
What
a
did you guys store
cardboard
it in?
box?
no, no,
Yeah.
multiple stuff were kept, like in different kind of packaging, and
But the outside was like a
no,
metal
outside
thing,
was
right?
outside was a glass box. Yeah,
Oh, leak
it was
is
it was
crack,
a
okay.
it was a glass box built by the kids only
But it,
because
was,
they're like,
but it wasn't
you know-
broken, right? It was glass, unbroken glass, right?
so they
how
had
did it-
stuck glass with like four.
They wouldn't
corners.
have
so it wasn't
waterproofed
properly
it.
They didn't
sealed.
waterproof
You
it
would
or
have
anything.
silicone नहीं
What
लगा रहेगा बच्चा लोग.
Have they
Exactly.
been
I would-
do they do this every year or that the 1 year it
That was
happened?
the theme of the year.
Theme of the
Yeah.
year.
One year our theme was human centipede. No, not human. What is that thing? Human domino. Human domino. So we all had to like.
Cyrus doesn't know what a
Human
human
centipede.
centipede
Cyrus,
is.
do you know what a human centipede is?
No, I've gone through all his sex excavations in
No,
Australia, bro.
This is not my sex story. This is a movie franchise. Go and Google it afterwards.
But it's very disturbing. I
Don't-
have to
don't
just
watch,
say.
yeah.
Don't
Okay,
watch
now
it.
finish-
Google it at most.
Okay, with the human centipede, quickly, because now people
Human
are going to waste
domino,
time
human
doing it.
domino. That was the
domino.
whole thing
Yeah.
where like they made it was supposed to be the Limca Book of World Records attempt, okay, where like some thousands
To
of kids have
follow.
like lined up like this, all are kneeling against each other, and then one person starts falling, they all fall on top of
Correct,
each other, and then we couldn't get up till the domino was done, which
Yeah.
means like if I'm the fifth
Oh,
kid,
shit.
till the 1,000 kid is done, I'm lying on somebody's crotch for no reason.
Oh.
What stupid college themes!
Yeah.
I hated my life over there.
Sounds like fun.
No, it was not.
Did someone hit their head and die? Is that possible?
For us Yetis
It
back
was not
here,
a human
somebody
body,
goes,
somebody-
Somebody's
Not
head
a
might
human
hit
mountain
somebody's
fall.
crotch.
Okay.
Just like on the
If someone's hard, then you can get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a video
Like,
of that
ouch,
also
what is
somewhere.
that?
Okay.
Yes,
the
topic.
news?
Let's get to topics. All right.
Come on.
Firstly, Navin was just in Delhi, and he came back, and it was announced that Delhi is now the second, the most polluted city in the world.
What did
For
you do,
second
Navin?
consecutive year.
I had too much
No,
chole
after,
bhature.
after
Sorry.
Navin left,
Sorry.
Sylvie,
Yeah.
after Navin left, it was voted. So that means he's not responsible. He left and then it became the most polluted. While he was there, it was a third,
It was
at
fine.
third position or fourth
It was,
position. So he
it was
actually
third
was voted
over
for.
immediately after he left. Yeah. So, but second consecutive year, this study has been going on for the last 2 years only, and both years we are best leaders. We are in the
Well,
space.
to be honest,
And,
Arvind Kejriwal had
out of-
attended a press conference about this. If I can
I did
just
some.
tell
I
you
did see some
quickly, you don't know.
stars in Delhi though. I was very
No, he
impressed by
mentioned
that.
clearly that only on odd days are they the worst city in the world. On even days, they're okay. It's up and down thing. It's not fair.
But
Yeah.
say what you may about Delhi, like no travel is cumbersome over there. I'll give that to the city. Like people move. Like signal happens, then it moves. There's no like, oh shit, आगे वाला क्या
You
कर
be
रहा है?
on,
उसको मारो
you
जाके,
be in
उसकी
Khan,
मार-
you be in Khan Market when everybody's out shopping.
That's the old Delhi. Like Cyrus,
There are
the
some areas
infrastructure
which
is
are
not
terrible
supporting
at
that.
different
That's
times.
very, very obvious.
But they're
thing.
big,
I
but
know,
they're
I-
bigger roads, and
I
their
felt
VIP
that
culture is
people-
better
Yeah.
Yeah.
because their VIP culture, people know who the VIP is. You see, there's a huge difference there. As in Valkeshwari, you have no idea who the Lal Bhatti is. Just goes running around. There, everybody knows. हाँ प्रधानमंत्री का cousin का बेटा का दोस्त का second friend जा रहा है, and walk back.
What is there's a video being passed
The
around
human
in this
domino
No,
is
study.
showing it to everybody.
Yeah, Navin is just showing us how the human domino works.
Oh no.
So you have to
But is
go.
this with-
You're not falling backwards. You're falling facewards.
Faceful, yeah. Or
Face
spelling
first.
someone's ass. Look at this. This
Yeah.
is my college.
Oh, there are girls also. I am
Yeah.
game. So it's like batting and bowling. You can choose who the partners in front of you and behind you.
So
Once you get
stupid.
that right,
Wow.
you're okay.
Look at this. Look at this.
Wow.
Hey, not
That
bad,
is-
bro.
Bad.
I
That's
thought
all.
everyone would be standing.
Yeah.
What is it?
I thought everyone, जानबूझ के गिर रहे हैं. Actually गिर रहे हैं वैसे नहीं हो रहा है. Like जानबूझ के ठीक है, अरे लग गया, अच्छा ठीक है, गिर गया.
No, but I think as long as you're wearing underwear, you should be okay. It didn't look that bad or difficult.
Yeah.
So,
But I have
coming back
this
to the
theory
pollution,
about
yeah.
these dirty cities.
Yeah.
I feel like like it boils down to the pride, right? Like it boils down to how proud you are of your neighborhood. Like if you feel like your neighborhood is something worth
Yeah, but Delhi mein
protecting,
to,
keeping
Delhi is
favorite
more
thing
than
is-
Bombay though.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sure
what.
people are
So
prouder.
this is what's
Delhi
confusing
is
to
the
me.
city which gave us some of the best titles outside our house, bro. Come on, meet the Kapoors. It's actually there.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
they actually have things like that.
yeah.
So they
But
are
you know,
quite proud
Cyrus,
of the locality.
speaking of Delhi, it takes me back several years to one of the best Delhi rants ever recorded in Indian cinema history, from the movie 99. Where you
Yeah.
and Kunal Khemu did the best freaking rant ever.
All the
सबका नाम
girls have
नेहा
the
होता है
same
या तो
name.
प्रिया होता है या तो ये होता है या तो ये होता है. It was such a
Shweta
great
ya
rant.
Neha.
Yeah,
Shweta ya
Shweta
Neha. Which
ya
is
Neha.
actually true, man. You cannot tell me you grew up without a Shweta and a Neha. It just has to be
Yeah.
there.
And a Pooja also.
And then that girl is also Neha or something at the end, no?
Yeah, she is. Wow, you're a stalker, bro. I'm
It's
damn
one of
surprised.
the I
He
loved
looked her
that
up.
movie.
Yeah,
It's
one
one
of
of my
better
favorite
movies.
movies.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like very tongue in cheek, very aware of the.
I mean, Baman Irani was great. Kunal Khemu was there. Cyrus was there.
Yeah. And Cyrus apparently ran multiple times for that opening shot. Huh?
Yeah.
We accosted him on the show and asked him.
Yeah.
In the fat suit, I mean, you're
Yeah, with
making
my
fun of
chubby
it, but
ass.
it was really hot. It's like a sauna. And then
Yeah,
to run
yeah,
times
yeah,
with
yeah,
that
yeah.
fucking athlete Kunal Khemu, 20 years younger than me. Let's do it again, bro. Let's be faster. No, fucking not a race. We're actors. Just act, no. After that, they're shooting off feet. I don't know why actors want to perform so well when they're just shooting
Yeah.
off feet. I mean,
I'm
the
acting
feet
with
are
my
running.
feet.
What do you
Yeah.
make out?
Acha, Feral Mind has pointed out a good thing. I agree. I was wrong. Pollution is not the same as dirty. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. It is the most polluted, not the
Polluted.
dirtiest.
Polluted.
Dirtiest is.
But I'm
Cali.
sure it's
Yeah.
it's an
No, but
added
that-
like feature
No,
of
I
it.
think
When you're talking
polluted
about-
would be different.
So no,
No,
Like
but
you
pollution,
can't
the
drink
air
the-
quality index
there.
definitely is
Air
under
quality.
pollution.
You can't drink the
burning of
pure water.
fertilizers,
That
all
was the
that
pollution.
stuff.
Yeah.
But like waste management and all is all comes under pollution only. You know, it doesn't have to come under dirty.
I mean, the sewers might not be
Yeah.
the most treated or something.
Yeah,
as well.
exactly.
Sorry,
So, all
this
that.
show comes under pollution. Pollution is a
Yeah.
huge market. Yeah, it's not like one or two things.
That's
It's
true.
huge.
That's true.
But
So then
Delhi's
how-
So also,
but-
but another thing to be proud
Follow?
of, out of the top 15
Most
South
polluted?
Asian and East Asia countries, cities which are on this list, top 15 most dirtiest cities, 12 of them are in India.
Whoa! Polluted or
not
dirty?
bad.
Polluted,
Always
polluted.
polluted, not the best, be the worst. I really
Yeah,
believe that.
yeah,
and
yeah,
my career
yeah,
is
yeah,
We
yeah.
testimony
still
to that.
remember us.
Yes,
We
yeah.
remembered.
Yes.
First
Be the
2 years
worst.
became first.
Don't
When
be
you
the middle.
fail in
Never
class,
be
you're
the
like,
middle.
मैं पहला आया पीछे
Yeah,
से.
Correct, exactly. That only.
But इसमें पीछे से भी नहीं, इसमें
Yeah,
literally
it-
पहला है list में.
हाँ,
You know,
No,
it's
but
just the
tell me
list you
honestly,
don't wanna be on.
Yeah.
we keep discussing this. You always remember the guy who got worst marks in the class. You can't forget that guy. He's special.
Actually,
It
I
has to
forgot
be.
him.
I forgot him. I don't know.
You
who
forgot
it
him?
is.
Oh, sorry, that was me. Oh, okay.
Yeah. There was a guy in our class in 8th standard called Daniel. He was so bad that teachers were like, I can't even, I don't know how. Like, you know, like
Yeah,
she
yeah.
would call you
He's
at the
panicking.
open house, she would
The
call the
teacher
mom.
starts crying to the
Yeah.
parent.
Yeah. Like he failed 3-4 years, dude. Like he became a man in school. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no.
Like he became like,
तो
yeah,
छाती
got
पे बाल
daddy,
है.
daddy, yeah,
What a
shaving and all.
fabulous. That's
Yeah,
a,
and
what
he's
a
like,
comedy
at
you
this point, I'm
got.
scared
Navin,
of him. You know, like please
you
take
got to
me
make
off
this
that.
into a
Yeah.
show. So here's the parents and
This
the
guy,
teachers coming together.
before the geography exams took my book and kept it with him, dude. What a motherfucking piece of shit.
Wow.
Because I'm looking everywhere, okay? Like we were doing like the semester exams ke pehle we have like a unit test
Yeah,
or whatever,
yeah,
you do a small. This guy taken my geography workbook where I've written all the answers, my everything, and kept it at his house. And then before the exam, 3 days before the exam, I'm like, shit, who has it? Who has it? And then he's like, yeah, I have it. Come to my house. And I'm like, what?
Why?
What we're doing with
That's
it?
the way he wanted you to get you over to his
Yeah,
house.
that's a
Yeah.
pickup line, bro. You
Yeah,
didn't
that's
pick
a
it
pickup
up.
line.
That's
He
your
was
I
the
have your
first-
geography book.
But
Wow,
he
yeah.
used me to Shaggy
plug it
when I was a kid.
Huh?
He was like,
Shaggy?
Shaggy?
yeah,
Oh,
hey,
he wasn't
sexy
me.
lady.
Oh,
Oh.
Shaggy.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the
Oh,
floor. Yeah.
So he was like, you know, he's
Right.
not
Oh,
saying
they gave
all
me
on the
that chick
floor.
on me. That was Shaggy.
No, that's different.
That's
But
wasn't
that's a
Shaggy.
different song.
Shaggy.
That's a
That's
song, yeah.
Aakash.
But it's
Yeah.
Shaggy, Angrezi ma, Gujarati ma, Segi.
Huh.
He's Segi.
Shaggy. Oh, sure.
Segi.
Yes,
All right, next
Segi.
topic. Let's quickly do
Like
one more.
Pawan Negi. No.
You know, one of those boys who becomes like too mature and then starts jerking off in the back row. That guy. You know?
Why?
Scandalizing all the younger kids. के लिए
So-
मेरा वाला तो ऐसा नहीं है.
Except for testicles, but that was scientifically pointed out, and now it's gone back into that.
I
Now
mean,
we're-
he
शायद
was one of
तुम्हारे
those
स्कूल
kids.
में बैक बेंचर सिर्फ बाल खींचता होगा बट नवीन के स्कूल में नहीं.
लंबा खींचता था.
नहीं मेरा
Okay.
बैक बेंच डोमिनो इफेक्ट लगाता था बीच में.
Okay. So this is the ex-Afghanistan finance minister. After the whole Taliban thing, it's been 7 months since Taliban took over Afghanistan, and so the Afghanistan
And they're
finance
not
minister is
looking
now
like the worst
driving.
regime. They're not looking like the worst regime in the world anymore. Ha ha.
Yeah.
हाँ.
Was Taliban was like, hey, Ukraine, we are with you.
But so their ex-finance minister is now driving an Uber. He has used up all his savings. He's driving an Uber in Washington DC, He's also on the side doing some professor as a professor. He's doing some lectures at Georgia University, but or Georgetown University. Okay, one of
Wonderful
them.
research, Antariksh.
Yeah,
Love
one
it.
of them. One of
Love
them.
it.
But you get it. But basically, yeah, he's driving an Uber for the most part to make ends meet. It's very sad.
But while
That's not.
you're getting
I don't know if that's
confused setups from Antariksh, I've got some strange person hovering around me here, pulling wires out. What are you doing? Taking the charger. Oh, taking the charger. Sorry, please get
Is
back to the
that-
program. Don't
Is
get
that more a
distracted.
statement? I mean, I mean,
But he got
okay.
freedom. Look at it that way.
He's
I
got
mean, no, I
freedom.
mean, this is more about the US rental problems and all right now than anything else, right?
Hey,
Like,
hello,
एक आदमी
Uber is
दो
not such
नौकरी
a
में भी
bad
ठीक से
profession.
नहीं जी पा रहा है.
But he was.
Uber is an ownership business, Baba, in a sense. So it's not the
I mean,
worst.
yeah,
job.
sure.
Yeah.
It's not terrible, but it's.
But
still,
I
he's
mean,
driving
you
as a
And
taxi
he'll
driver.
manage
Finance
finances
minister-
better.
You feel worse because he
But-
was a politician,
Yeah.
right? If he was a
Yeah,
teacher
no.
there and a Uber driver here, you would be like, सही हुआ.
हाँ, that's true.
तो फिर तो क्या घंटा फर्क पड़ता है
Yeah, so-
पॉलिटिशियन
but-
है उसको वोट
but
तो
not a
मिला है ना
politician.
But
I
still,
think
तो
like
साला है
a,
ना वो.
it's still like a fall from grace, so to
But
say.
there's an irony that
Huh?
you're finance
Yeah.
minister, then you should be working better for your finances in the next profession.
Yeah, that's
Bro,
true.
their
what-
country got
Their-
taken over by
their ex-comms minister right now also is in Germany as a pizza delivery boy. So,
Delivery man for you.
So
okay.
he's the delivery guy is communications and.
But again,
yeah,
like, I
that is
feel like
Uber.
these are the lucky people, dude. तू क्या बात कर रहा है? ये लोग तो निकल गए
निकल
तालिबान
गए,
सोल्यूशन से
100%,
भाग गए. ये
100%.
लोग
Think of
they
the
are the
guy-
winners.
Think
Yeah.
of the guy who became a paragliding
And Germany,
instructor one
unlike
day.
Yeah.
Afghanistan,
Yeah,
Germany
and then
looks,
just died.
Germany looks
Shit.
after its
Wow,
citizens, so he's taking care of
Yes. So all
Yeah,
these
it's
people
a
are
good
much
bit,
better taken care of than
Yeah.
at least the fucking people who are still in Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
So let's ask the
People
big
who used to be
question.
vocal.
Akash, would you happily take on the job as a pizza delivery boy in Germany for safety of government, umbrella for the rest of your
Yeah,
life?
and then he'll do comedy on the side. That's perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah, pizza
I
delivery and
can
comedy.
I can ply my craft anywhere on the planet.
Yeah.
But night
I guess.
deliveries in between,
Yeah.
while you're telling a joke, you're delivering. How are you going to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
Or
I've done
phone will
enough
ring.
odd jobs, Cyrus.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about it.
So one pizza's late. Big deal.
नहीं कुछ लेट नहीं होगा सब सही है. मैं आया ना टाइम पे.
अच्छा वो तो है.
हाँ, snide remark साला.
Pizza के साथ joke, you know. it's like, what do you call a pizza driver?
हाँ टिप्स के लिए
Yeah,
तो कुछ
whatever.
भी कर. अरे यार जोक्स में कहीं पे भी जोक्स कर देगा मैं तो मेरे को टेंशन
What is worse if the guy wants to pay you in jokes? Say, boss, paisa nahi hai, but I'm a comedian, so yeah, 3 minutes
Yeah.
into a bar.
Or someone offers favors other than money.
Yeah.
Like
That
like
only
you know,
happening-
the
that
tip
only
only.
happening in that building society. That building society where you have this watchman with the cross dressing and the strange wayfarers or whatever that he wears that causes all the trouble. What's his name, by the way? Now that he's a character on our show.
Wayfarers, it seems.
What's his
No, but I
name?
just feel like
Who's-
Let's give him a name now. Let's humanize him more. He's
Which
part of
one?
our show now. This
The watchman
watchman
I
who traumatized you with the
forget it.
testicle.
Forget it. Don't even bother. It's a can of worms. You'll get both of us into
Let's call
trouble.
him
Just
Testy
fuck
G.
it.
Testy G for now, and then we'll.
Testy
we'll
G is
work on
Testy G
perfect,
is fine.
Testy G
Fine,
is
I'll
fair.
Testy G.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. 10:47. In the
Okay.
words of George W. Bush, I have to pull out in 13 minutes. So, bro,
Okay,
I
let's
realized,
go
I
AMAs.
realized
Yeah, let's
today.
go AMAs.
No, I realized today Antariksh always puts like a gay topic because I'm coming on the panel. This is the funniest thing because this
Where's
is a
the gay
topic
topic?
where
I forgot.
the topic
yeah,
he forgot
it
was
I
a
forgot,
dog got abandoned at a shelter
Yeah,
because
that's
his
interesting.
owners thought that he was gay.
Yeah,
like
correct.
this is only for me. I know this because the dog tried to hump other male dog and they were like, this
Yeah.
dog
because
is
all
not
dogs are
But
bisexual.
all dogs,
in
yeah,
that
all
that's
sense.
dogs
what.
hump
All dogs
everything.
are petty,
Dominant.
man. These are dumb owners.
तो एक सेकंड जब वो कुत्ता अंकल का पैर चोद रहा था तो उसको नहीं लगा कि ये शायद ये
yeah, correct.
He's into
ये तो
legs.
बड़ा
Yeah.
गलत है
Yeah,
यार.
he felt a great feel of pride,
leg
I'm wanted. But what we should do is we should leave the owners of pet shelters, honestly, and let the dogs go. Unbelievable how cruel the owners are. During pandemic, we discussed this before. People have just
Yeah.
left their dogs at open parks. Cats also everywhere. One room about
Poor
cats
dogs,
carrying
yeah.
COVID. Cats are just dropped everywhere. It's
There was
just
one found
unbelievable.
in Andheri just roaming around and like the owners didn't want him apparently. Beautiful dog. And the shopkeepers are like, Kiska hai, pata karo. There's an entire social
And
media
No
hunt for it.
temperament issue, nothing with these dogs or cats. That's the other thing.
yeah,
See, they
like,
know that
yeah,
there's
there's no
no
idea why he's been left, man. That's
Yeah.
so unfair.
Yeah, exactly.
And like
people.
after like it's a breed that's been like dogs are a whole species that we made for us, like
Correct.
exclusively for us. Now we just fuck every opportunity we get. Just shitty to them.
I've already put my list of people to kill when I get my terminal illness, whichever one I get. Top of the
People
line,
who abandon
animal
dogs,
haters
yeah,
and
right
all
up
the
there.
others.
So that movie
Right
God
up
Bless
there,
America, right?
Yeah.
Where he
You
goes
can
out
come with
to-
me even though you're going to live. You'll be my
Okay,
wingman. You
I'll also
drive.
try this.
You have cars
Yeah.
also. Keep
That's
stealing
true,
the
yeah.
cars so police don't catch us,
Yeah.
no?
My 6 car will be patrolling everywhere, looking for.
But if you
all the
want to
dog
see like something
abandoners.
like this, like somebody who goes to shit like this and gets their penance, watch this documentary called "Don't Fuck with Cats."
Oh, loved it.
It's on Netflix.
Oh,
Great.
everybody's
Have you seen
favorite.
that?
You've seen it?
Yeah,
I think Saras, you
Luca
also seen
I
it,
haven't
no?
seen it.
Go.
I saw a bit
fast,
of it, but I got
beautiful.
scared.
Yeah, this
Remember,
idiot
we
like
were
who
going to
starts
a
posting.
psychopath issue at that point.
Yeah,
The son of
yeah,
Sam
yeah.
and all those things we were
So
watching.
basically, a group of
Yeah,
intelligent
Akash is also.
youths helped the police catch a serial killer.
Dude,
essentially.
Wow.
but jobless. These people were so jobless.
But they were
had
not
so much
jobless. They
time.
would come back from
But
work and
they
do
had
it
so
because
much time on their
they had-
hand, though,
they had
dude.
passion for animals.
Too much
Antariksh, you
passion,
don't
yeah,
understand.
that was-
I would do the same thing if I saw cats being
That
tortured.
much?
Yeah,
That much?
That
Dude,
fucking much, dude.
इतना तो नहीं
Dude,
करेगा
my cats
यार.
are my fucking life. What do you think?
No, sure.
I'll fight
but
you right now,
इतना
bitch.
तो नहीं
Say
Finally,
करेगा.
something about
Navin,
cats.
Navin has said
No,
something in the
no,
podcast that
I
I
mean,
relate
excellent
to.
documentary for sure.
gonna
I
jump
know,
off my
Very
up
seat.
to testicles and
Very intriguing
men
documentary. But the
But
entire time I was
bridges
thinking,
breaking,
whether there's two
So I was watching this documentary before going to Delhi because my flight was at
Yeah.
7 in the morning and I had 3 more hours to go to my flight. So I started watching the
What?
Burari murders.
That makes no
Oh, yeah, that's
sense.
also a good
Normal
documentary.
person can relate to that. You got nothing to do before 7 in the morning. What are you saying?
You have to
I
stay
can't-
awake for the flight. So you
I
have to like.
can't, dude. Like I
You
get
get up at
too
5 and
sad
go
with all
catch the
this
flight.
stuff.
I
dude.
love true
Burari
crime
is,
stuff.
is very, again,
Burari.
very,
And I'm
very
going
intriguing,
to
very
Delhi.
fascinating.
I'm flying to Delhi and watching a Delhi crime
So sad,
show. It
dude.
was
Like, I get depressed. Then I feel like, what about their parents? They had whole lives ahead of them
the
and all.
kids and all.
But
yeah.
they don't have
then-
parents anymore. They all died. It's okay.
But that's even worse. Like
No, one brother is
ah.
alive. No, one brother is
Sorry,
alive. What
Oh,
with
yeah,
the
he's
Kriya
alive.
Karan for everybody.
Oh,
But the whole thing is, he was
Oh,
sad.
sad,
don't
yeah.
tell me
Yeah.
that. Don't.
But Akash, why didn't
guys.
anyone protest? That's the thing. Why didn't anyone put up a fight of some kind?
Because they all
It's
died.
mental conditioning,
No,
Cyrus.
exactly. That's what.
Patriarchal
Come on.
system.
Some
India
kind
is
of a cult.
yeah.
There was like
My
a
father
secret
asked me to
mind-
park the car
something.
properly and go back down, and I used to fight with him. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't get that much from your family
Yeah,
members.
exactly,
And
yeah.
these guys just
So, yeah,
How
I-
did,
I
how
don't
did
wanna-
14-year-olds and the 11-year-olds not?
They
put
never
up, like,
said it to
anything?
anybody also
So,
outside of the house.
I have a massively depressive personality. I don't risk it only. Fucking, I can't risk triggering like 3
Yeah,
weeks of.
I
I don't know,
I mean,
but I would say this is more
Akash, obviously
fascinating
you're on
than
another level, but
depressing.
I'm also like that. I totally
because it was
relate.
such a
Yeah,
it was
but-
such a big case.
I'm very
I just
mentally
feel like
fucked up. I
no,
love
and I
this shit.
genuinely feel like I mean it's also about like the end of the day. At the end of the day, I really don't want to put myself in that mind space. Like I've
Yeah.
just finished the day, dude. Like, and I'm kind
Yeah.
of like unwinding. I
honestly,
don't
Morning,
when-
early morning show was
Yeah,
very
even
good.
worse,
The
right?
flights you watched all this.
Because we are used to
That
happy
was the
endings,
worst
no
that could
pun
happen.
intended.
Yeah.
Watch it in flight, exactly.
Acha,
Yeah,
acha,
perfect.
quickly, let's do MS because Navin and I have an announcement also to make.
Yeah, yeah,
So
we have-
we
Oh,
have
you're
to-
gonna getting married? Congrats.
Wow.
I'm his fiancé, guys.
No
It's a
idea.
good decision.
Oh.
You said August, but this is a little early. Fine, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Ibrahim
AMS.
Ghiwala, the AMS.
Okay.
Great name, by the way. Ibrahim Ghiwala. He says, "Hey Akash." He's
Oh,
a
wow.
little rude. Okay.
Oh,
He
I
says,
Akash.
"Hey Akash, that nasty show in Pune was really good.
Okay, good.
But bear story कौन से show में है बहनचोद?" He said that. That's his quote.
He
Yeah.
was saying before Christ. Shut the fuck
Yeah.
up.
Before cry. Okay, BC.
nahi hai na, that's the thing. It's not there now. I'm not doing it in any of the shows because I'm holding on to it for some other greater purpose.
Yeah.
Oh.
So wait for it at
It's a
some
great
point.
story though.
It's the best story.
It's so
dude.
it's so, like it's one of those stories where it's so true. How could it happen? Type.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
nothing.
Just
So-
just to be clear, it's BAR and not BARE for those
Yeah.
people.
Yeah,
who
yeah.
are on
Fair.
this whole thing.
In many senses, I lay myself bare.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's a metaphorical.
That is also
homonym.
BAR only.
Oh.
He just said on the
No,
bear.
no, no,
Highly
Highly
BARE.
sophisticated thought
Ah.
process, and hence you've not used it in Pune for some reason. Okay, good.
But yeah, Abhi and I, like right now, I'm touring with like 3 different shows. So I have Nasty and Dark, which we're touring right now, which is Sex Show and Dark Show, and Chiller Jokes in certain cities, which is crowd work for an hour. After this, there'll be Wedding Show in August. Then next year, 23 first jo half rahega, usme I'll do Fear karke. I'm writing a new show. If I don't do any of the other shows. So
You don't have to write
like,
it. It's already there. It's called Lockup.
no, but all the shows are like it's a very packed schedule. Like so, I'm also making these little cards. You know how they have those 5th burger free cards. You know, so I'm making those for my shows because like
Redeemable coupon
yeah,
type.
because there are like 8
He's
different
like
shows
a
you can come from.
multi-ticket guy. But you know, you're like
Yeah.
Amitabh Bachchan of the 80s. So you would go to 4 to 5 sets in one day. And sometimes really not know which film it is. Because you know, it's just too
and
much.
just yeah, that's why I acted the
So
same.
you're
In,
going from different. No, I'm glad you have themes. Otherwise, it would be madness.
they're all themes, no?
Yeah.
Ah,
They're all themes,
but
yeah.
you be
And,
told,
and they're
"Sir,
all,
abhi fear ka theme hai." So by mistake, you start the other one.
but that happens, you know. Sometimes like I'll get booked. Like sometimes like a corporate or like a friends group or something will book me for a special. So I will show up and I will not even know what special, and then they'll tell me. So then I've made little Teen Gane ka playlist for each special. So I know like I can listen to that, get into the zone, and then do it. Otherwise, it would be very difficult.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. I have one
Yeah.
special and I struggle with that.
I'm even
But I
better.
also-
Anubhav
I-
Paul-
Anubhav is
I
crazy,
also
dude.
that.
I'll just repeat what he says. All done.
I just want to release my special this year and then start a new one. That's like this chapter
Yeah,
is done in life.
I am very
yeah.
excited.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
very happy with my show also. Like this past weekend in Diwali I'm saying.
And
in
remember,
Delhi-
Naveen, if our
Yeah.
careers tank, we can go to America and drive an Uber. There's nothing
Yeah,
wrong
Yeah.
with that.
I'm
Or
and I'm
Germany
Yeah.
does pizza delivery. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So there's
At least you'll be able to tell people whatever you want.
yeah
and at
exactly.
least we're not IVM
And make money
podcast
also.
producers, yaar. Sitting around in IVM doing podcast producing.
I know.
yaar. Oh
Yeah.
I know.
God.
What is this, Vinay? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Vinay!
Actually, after this, we leave this place.
Yeah.
We go out
I know.
Yes, the
into
parents
the
bit.
world.
Yeah. World is your oyster.
स्टूडियो के बाहर भी एक दुनिया है जो तुमने नहीं देखी.
And
Chalo, next.
Okay, okay.
after the motivational
Uh,
speech, let's take the next one.
Rohit Atre has asked, Amy Dusaris, what are the 3 best things to eat when in Kolkata?
Oh,
Do you guys also have
Yeah,
answers?
I have.
thing is,
wow, we
Kolkata-
all have answers for
We
this.
all have
Yeah,
answers for this.
and it's just got food after food after food. It's a
Oh,
food
fuck.
city. yaar.
I know
The-
Kolkata
the-
rolls. Cyrus,
I
really
have
good
only
Kolkata
one
rolls.
recommendation
Yeah.
I'm going to start off with.
Angla I've got. I've already
Chicken
got it.
Kiev.
It's right here.
Oh.
At Olympia
Oh.
Cafe
You
is,
know-
is mind-boggling.
Now, here's the thing. I hate the chicken Kiev at the cafe, but like
Olympia?
I would have eaten it if you were eating it with me.
Dude, the
Is
first
that
time
butter
I
inside?
I did not
Yeah.
even anticipate how much butter will pour
You
out. Okay,
cut it and
there was a whole splurt of like butter coming out of it.
oof, it's something.
Yeah,
The
Also-
Doodh Cola at Balwant Singh is my
Cola
all-time
also, yeah.
favorite beverage in life.
Kusum Karti
What
Road.
is Bhoot Cola?
Doodh Cola,
Doodh
Doodh
Cola.
Cola.
Oh, Doodh
It's
Cola.
milk and
But
Coca-Cola.
also
Yeah,
the
thumbs up,
concept
actually.
of aloo in the biryani, which for me is very important because we are very aloo friendly people. I like
Aslan
aloo
biryani.
potato-
Last time,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what he's planning for the
Yeah.
night. On
The-
our
one
date
mutton
after
chop,
the event.
one potato,
Yeah.
beautifully fragrant rice,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
biryani should be according to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've gotten into
like
fights with
the-
people who are like,
yeah.
we had this whole fight in the
The
show.
potato
only.
must stay, Naveen. We must stand our ground.
Yeah,
The
it has to
potato
stay.
must
Why
to
would you?
stay.
What is
Yeah.
wrong with the?
There is
Arre,
no-
और इतना क्या
Potato.
egoistic?
I can eat the
Yeah.
potato with any food group. You tell me the food group and I'll tell you it's possible. It's just one
Absolutely.
thing
Yeah.
that goes with everything.
Last night in
We should-
Delhi, we got the Beros biryani, and it was like a mutton thing, but
Hmm.
there was way too much mutton to compensate for the rice. I don't feel like there should be so
Huh?
much. Biryani is all about the rice, I
But-
feel.
Okay,
But I
now
feel
you're
like
nuts.
it's like
One-
a
one meat chop.
centerpiece.
Silly,
Or two
remove him
meat
from the
chops.
panel.
The
He's
meat
saying
is
it's still
the-
there was
the-
too much mutton and too little
the
rice. We've
meat
never
is
heard
the
this
Not
from
centerpiece.
usually the argument people make.
Yeah, I
No,
know.
I tell
The
you-
guy
but I
is on some
understand.
stuff.
Not usually.
Was it
I-
good mutton? Was it good
It
mutton?
was definitely good.
But
mutton,
here's the
but-
thing. No,
STD
this
has
is my
got
thing
into
with
him.
Beros. Beros will
Oh.
give you a lot of something, but it's not the best cooked version
Huh.
of that thing.
That is
Yeah.
there,
You know, that's the difference
The
at the
raita
end of
is
the
good,
day.
but
I'd rather
it's-
have one piece which is like oof than
Yeah.
have 7 little
Exactly.
pieces that are
like
Exactly.
Ran biryani, dude. I'm a
Yeah.
big fan of
What
Ran
do you call
biryani.
me?
next.
Ran D.
Next question,
That's his
please.
stage
All right.
name.
Next
Ran
one
D.
comes in from Rachna R, who has asked, have you guys seen Kunal Kamra's YouTube special?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
What do you guys
We
think?
saw it before
We saw it
everybody
before,
saw.
yeah.
Oh, cool.
Because he sent us an unlisted version because we are
Okay, for
friends.
those of
Yeah.
us who haven't seen it, can you talk about it for a minute?
I think it's his coming of age story. This whole special has like because Kamra's gone through so much in the past few years, and like he's now more meditative. He's more like into Osho's teaching.
And thinner.
He's spending time. Yeah, he's spending time in Auroville more now. So he's understood because like
Yeah.
what happens
So he speaks
like
French.
the country makes a scapegoat out of you sometimes, like the left and the right, and we
This
spoke
is
about this in
Kunal
length.
Kamra. I'm a left of liberal. and join me. Free
No, the
speech.
same thing happened to me when I won some award for being a queer entertainer.
ego.
Okay, listen now, Baba Cyrus, once again. And I got called out for being an award winner by my own community at certain points, right? So like I'm
Means-
like, मैं करूँ तो मैं करूँ क्या? Like that's the whole idea. what they say on
Oh,
on the on
Because you,
हम
you,
करे तो
you lose
करेंगे.
your credibility by accepting an award.
Yeah, and I'm like, what does a person have
And
to
at the
do?
same time, you gain credibility also. There's
Also-
always somebody upset.
I
with
have
you.
Yeah.
taken
But
every
with Kamra,
Rotaract
it's
award I've got in my
magnified.
life. My mother's put up every small little thing, potato race onwards. What are you saying?
That's why you're close to the potato.
Up to
Yeah.
the Padmashri, you don't say no. Huh?
But yeah, so I agree with you. Like, but I also felt like I've had this experience with bands where
Hmm.
like I listen to an album, like I love the last album. I'm listening to this one. I see where you're going with it,
Yeah.
and now I'm even more excited to see the next
Next
album
album,
because I
yeah.
feel like the next one is gonna be him like settling into this,
this is a
new vibe.
transient phase, so to
Yeah,
say.
which I was quite happy with, and I loved it because it's also like he's talking about a lot of things that even I talk about on stage, and it's so great to see like, oh fuck, तेरा angle कितना मस्त, कुछ अलग तू कहीं से लेके जा रहा है, you know. So that way I felt it was great. देख लो यार, अच्छा है यार, English में पूरा English है, हिंदी भी है थोड़ा, but like it's a conscious move towards a different kind of vibe.
And a different country.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But is it funny or is it poignant or is it both?
It is funny, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Because I have attention disorder.
Poignant तो यार मुझे लगता है हम में से कोई है ही नहीं, ठीक है?
मतलब
like,
you are the king
on-
of poignant.
What is
The thing
what
is,
life lesson
the
will
thing is,
give?
for example, what Akash is referring to is the level of Hannah Gatsby achievement, right? Where
Yeah.
she can have like 30 minutes of no jokes, people are still interested in what
Or
she's
like
saying.
a Bo Burnham special,
Yeah,
that's poignant,
Yeah,
yeah.
and Indian audience is like, if you go without jokes for like 5 seconds, they're like, yaar, kuch acha suna. Like
Like a
that's what
Raghu
we
Rajiv
expected.
special.
What is Raghu Rajiv?
Roadies. There's no jokes per
Raghu
se,
Rajiv.
but it's still funny. I mean, it goes on for
Raghu
They had a
Rajiv is a
special?
special?
They had a comedy special.
It's called Roadies in the old days. What was
Yeah,
you
but
guys?
they are the audience,
Nice.
Fucking
No,
Okay.
comic segue into seriousness. Leave me behind. I'm in another room. I don't know the fuck you're doing. This guy's
You're running
breaking
in
down.
calculator
One's
times,
crying,
I
one's
see.
having a baby, one's having got cancer.
GMT.
What's going on this podcast? Do we have time for one more?
Yeah, we have a
Yeah.
few more. There are some
They have an
food
announcement. That's
suggestions
why
for you
you
in
do the
Kolkata.
Sorry.
Before that, we finish this and then they can do the announcement before we close, right? Is that right? Sorry, there are some food recommendations for you. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, please give. I'm still here 2 more days.
Yeah, Louis Thomas
attention.
Ola Kengal has said.
Where?
Just give the
I
suggestions.
thought
man.
that was the restaurant.
Yeah. I have no opinion.
Put the text up now, bro. Let us also see it. I've got a partner here.
He's asking you.
Huh.
He's asking you if you ever been to Tireti Bazaar to eat local Chinese food in Kolkata.
I haven't gone to
Okay,
Tirupati.
Oh my God,
We'll go
Louis
to
is
the-
a daddy. Hi,
We go
Louis.
to the Chinese
Ola Kengal,
section.
You are cute. I'm sorry.
So I
Yes,
presume
That
it's
is
the
one
same place.
suggestion.
We
That
hardly
is-
see
I
that
love
daddy's
the-
comment.
That is one
Thomas
suggestion.
Bhai, I love the Chinese food in
Indian
Kolkata. Absolutely love
Yeah,
it. I might
Okay,
even
that's
settle
another
Indian
one.
there.
Chinese essentially. Like that.
Yeah.
That's what comes to Bombay also traveling.
Yeah.
And Shovik Bakshi has said, my humble suggestion is try Gariyahat chicken rolls and flurry cakes.
Put the text so we can read the spelling.
Yeah. He says,
Gari-
Sari Sabhi
Garia, Garia heart, by the way. It's
And
not-
flurries.
Oh,
cakes.
Gari
Heart.
Gariyahat.
It's
Okay.
all heart.
दो
Take
अलग
this
अलग
down.
जगह
We
है.
have to try and find these.
Flurries
things.
जगह है.
Flurries
Oh,
cakes to be
flurries
yeah,
cakes.
They also send
Flurry
it.
cake नहीं होता
Flurry
है.
cakes.
The
Flurry
flurry
cake.
shop or
Flurry
whatever,
cake तो आटा होता है दीवारों पे.
they send it to the event and also.
Yes.
That's done. That's not
Flurry
a
cake
problem.
is that Casper the Ghost.
Also, I may have a traditional Anglo-Indian meal with Derek O'Brien. I haven't
Oh, nice.
decided.
Hey. Ask
Okay.
him.
Have
some
Ask
fun
him.
with that.
Ask him questions.
Yeah.
And see.
Okay,
if
to
he
be
answers.
honest, since you are so excited, I'll tell the truth. He's not even called me. But
I love his video when he done the parliament video where he's like, "Ki, this is happening right now." I'm like, calm down, Derek O'Brien.
I always expect him midway through a parliament speech to go like, okay, now next question to
Yeah,
opposition, team A.
no, I think even Derek he's really nice and very friendly. But if you say the one word, TMC, everything will change immediately and he becomes another personality. Otherwise, he's a guy you relate to. He's left, liberal, everything you want. But then suddenly, boom, he'll become something else.
He's
Anyway, let's not
he's
talk
part
about
of
that.
TMC, no, right now. Is he not?
Of course.
He is, yeah.
Yeah.
He's very vocal.
He's the
Yeah.
English-speaking upmarket face of it, very important for their PR and everything else. The most important role played in society is the English-speaking
Right.
upmarket guy from the southern part of the city.
With an
who
Irish
does all the
surname.
hard
yeah.
work. Yes. Excuse me, Silvery. You sold out. You were an Nepean Road guy who went to
Antariksh
Goa.
Tucker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Should we do the announcement?
Yes, please.
Before we
Do
clear?
the announcement.
Okay, so it's not that big a deal. Maybe it's a big deal. I don't know.
It is a big deal.
It is a big deal.
People have been asking it for a while now.
Yeah.
And we were
Yeah,
in different phases of life, so we kind of could not.
yeah.
And
But like
now,
now
yeah.
we're older and
Wiser
and
and miser.
So we are coming back with Vartalab, guys.
Yeah.
It's a new season.
Yes!
Podcast.
I thought it was
Yes,
already
yes.
on.
It was
No.
on. We
No,
finished
they're
season
taking
3
a hiatus.
2
Yeah.
years ago.
And
yeah.
now we're not doing it seasonally. We're just doing it now forever
Yeah.
and ever and ever, like
Okay.
they do Cyrus.
So we'll see
Yeah.
you in the studio. So now it'll be confusing. Again, it'll be for Navin and it'll become Amitabh Bachchan once again. You'll go from one podcast to the next podcast, to the
Yeah.
all in the same studio.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm
Yes,
quite
Still
excited
the same
again.
format? Are you guys sticking to the
Same
thing?
format, both of us telling
Yeah.
stories and asking for stories
Yeah.
from our guests. That's all.
No,
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
Great
much.
format,
So
actually.
what you do is keep your talent for that and keep everything else for this, so that we have our own level.
What do you
And-
think we
and
were doing so far?
question us. I don't. I worry sometimes that you really like this show and you spoil our name. I'm a little worried about that.
No,
There's
no.
actually an
never.
episode
Nostalgia.
from.
If anything, by the way, you guys have been discussing me way too much when I'm not
I'm
on the
sorry.
show.
Oh!
It's the point
I don't.
where
Shit.
you're getting into my life, motherfucker.
I don't
Yeah,
have
yeah,
to.
that's-
Man.
my
I
bad.
try not to. I
Yeah,
really
yeah.
try not to. You
Questioning
motherfucker.
your
Your man,
credentials.
my bad.
As a
Hey,
producer,
I
Very-
don't take responsibility for that.
My
Uh,
mother
What?
is getting messages from her friends who listen to
Sound
this shit saying,
interference?
why is Cyrus discussing your son's engagement?
Akash,
Fuck, guys.
Akash, सूच है। आवाज
दुनिया
मत
में
सूच
न्यूज़
है
नहीं है
ये।
क्या?
Hey, just so you know,
What's
on
going?
your episode, on an episode of Vartalab, you guys have discussed me also. This is just.
That is true. That is
yeah.
true.
Oh, so this is some
Yeah.
weird payback.
No, but Navin, no. Navin,
But
to be
we
fair,
You want to
that's-
open this? You want to go, motherfucker?
No,
I have
Aakash,
stories.
one sec. You all were trying to raise money for Silvery. That's different.
Yeah, we said all nice things about
Yeah,
him.
exactly.
He's an enthusiastic bloke.
Yeah.
He's amazing, and
Yeah,
he's like, hi guys, hi,
That was nice.
and
You
but
guys are
no,
actually very nice
he's like,
to me, yes.
these guys are horrible people.
Horrible. You are.
No, man, like-
Horrible.
We love you, Aakash.
But
Don't-
no, guys, if you all
don't-
have also recommendation for guests, we should have on the show.
Yeah.
Because we're not keeping only comics and our friends in circle. Because
Yeah.
now we want to expand and have more stories from different walks of life.
Yeah.
Like last season when we had the poker player, I think we had a Khushbu. her name
Yeah,
was?
Khushbu.
We had a great time talking to her because that's a walk of life.
Do you want Shah Rukh on?
Yeah.
I can get you
Yeah,
Shah Rukh.
I want his son, in fact.
Great
Let's
recommendation,
book a
sir.
story.
Shah Rukh,
Shah Rukh, get
doesn't
Shah
have a
Rukh,
son.
get
Shah
Shah
Rukh
Rukh.
has 2 daughters. Shah Rukh
Yeah,
Irani, Kushrubag.
Oh.
I'm getting.
Oh,
I'll get him for you.
Okay, we'll have Shah Rukh
Irani.
But WhatsApp, not WhatsApp, DM us,
DM us, yeah.
Akash and me for Vartalap.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think we should make like a
Arey,
separate
Silvery,
portal for them.
Yeah.
how much? और गिर सकता है नहीं.
But
Because
guys, we
our
need
show-
like we
other
can't
shows come
actually
and
have
dominate
people
our show,
from
and then
No,
our
but
show is
regular
doing
walks
same
of
family,
their
no, sir.
show.
It's
Their
our
show
sis-
grows,
it's
and
like our
our
sister
show goes
podcast.
nowhere. This is not the first time
It's
it's
our
happening.
sister podcast.
It's a
Yeah.
sisterhood of the traveling podcast.
There's
Our
more
show is
coming.
like that
Don't
country
worry.
everybody invades all the time. Oops.
Raj Kaushal was one of the
Oh, we are
best
Ukraine.
episodes.
These guys are Russia. Is what
Yeah,
it's like.
we had Raj Kaushal on the show who was one of the
Man,
yeah,
and that's our
RIP.
old producer only.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Vinith only is saying that. But man, yeah, rest in peace, man. We really like that was a big hit.
Call
Yeah.
You know,
Ramdev
he was
Baba.
one of the first people for no reason, but for some reason, he was one of the first people I told that I am getting engaged. And he was like and while all my friends, everyone I was telling was like, you should like, Raj was like, yeah, just fucking do it. And I
Yeah.
was like, yes, sir, this is
What
the
a
motivation I need.
wonderful man.
Yeah.
Better than
for
my
this
uncle
world.
who told me, is she pretty? First question. Suddenly you get worried. The pressures of what people are thinking about what your wife looks like.
No, but he was
By the
always
way-
such a positive force of energy, dude. Like everywhere he went. Anyway, yeah.
But
So
by the way,
congrats, guys.
don't
When
mention
is it
it.
coming back? Do you guys have a date?
No, we are
No.
but basically April. April is
Okay.
when we
Yeah, we
kick
start
it off.
recording.
Akash, when-
this week onwards.
I know you don't want to mention it, but you are getting hitched in August, right? Without mentioning
Yeah,
it.
that is the time.
He is
It's
hitched
going to be an
already.
elaborate
He's-
wedding or it's going to be a quiet
I'm
wedding like
engaged.
Cyrus
Yeah.
South's?
No, it will not be an elaborate wedding. It will like just small marriage and smaller function.
Disclaimer,
baby.
Saukar is getting married on April 15th. If you're not invited, it's not my fault. I
Where
already
is it?
asked him.
Must be a nice
It's in
big one.
Alibag and he can't house everybody.
There you
So
go.
sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
That's fine.
only the top.
Yeah, given the paparazzi enough. weight, I think.
Yeah.
No, I would. I mean, it's like my dad's. It's more important, I think, for my dad, right? Because like the younger son is getting married. For him, it's like the last function for him. You know what I
But
mean?
where will you do it?
In Mumbai.
In
only.
bed. Oh, sorry. That okay.
In Mumbai only. I'll send you an invite. I'll call you Cyrus. I'll call you.
I'm doing the You have to find another profession.
This is what Cyrus sounds
I love this is the sound he makes when he pees.
How bad do you think I am? There is something worse. Please understand. In my freaking bed.
Is that Mongolian throat singing?
He's so bindas. He's scratching himself. He's watching some horrible program. It's unbelievable. Worse than having your own son. All right. Are we done?
Hello.
Should we
Yes,
close
sir.
shop?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Have a good day, everybody. See you later. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have fun in Kolkata,
Bye,
man.
France.
See you.
See you guys.
Radio. Forever.